Pacquiao Art of Sports here with the great Sugar Shane Mosley here at Smash Global's event honoring Freddie Roach. Tell us about this whole event here.
Man, I come down to honor Freddie Roach. He's a great guy, great trainer, and I'm happy that he's getting this award.
Sorry. Recently, you posted something about that Roberto Duran will be training you. Tell us a little more about that.
Well, I mean, me and Roberto Duran are good friends, and I've been knowing Roberto for a long time. And he's always said that he wanted to train me just for a month, show me some things. And I took him up on his offer and said, let's go, let's do this. And I'll go to Panama and we'll work.
And you also mentioned that you'd be getting a title shot in May, I believe. Do you have an opponent in mind already? Something in the works already?
I mean, we do have an opponent in mind, but I'm not going to say anything right now. But it will be at welterweight, so I'm looking to bring back the welterweight title, our interim title. Yeah.
How much of a war would have Shane Mosley in his prime versus Roberto Duran been in his prime? What break down that fight for me?
I don't know. I would know how to break it down. You never know what can happen in the ring, but I'm sure going to try to get Roberto in the ring and try to spar with him and see what he can do.
Yeah, see if you could get some of those shoulder roll moves from him and all that stuff.
See what's going on. See where the because you never lose it. It's like riding a bike. So, we just go and move around a little bit, and I kind of like absorb and steal it from him.
Right, definitely.
Yeah.
Tommy Hearns is here. I was interviewing him earlier. He's super tall, but he still made it down to 147.
Incredible.
Right. Yeah.
Incredible.
How do you break down their fight together? Do you think it was more of a matter that Roberto kind of was drained from weight, or what do you think happened in that fight?
I think that he's a little drained from weight and maybe a little intimidated at the time. He knew that he was drained from weight, knew that he was weak, and knew that he was in there with a killer. So when you're in there with a killer, you're like, oh man, I gotta fight this guy. Here we go. I'm not feeling good. So he had to do what he had to do. He's a fighter.
Wow. I'd like to get your opinion on a couple big fights. Obviously, Freddie Roach is honoring Freddie Roach here. Pacquiao versus Bradley coming up 3. Do you think Teddy Atlas being in Bradley's corner makes a whole lot of difference, or do you think we're going to kind of see a similar fight?
I don't think so. Teddy Atlas never fought before, so I don't think that he's can make any difference with anything because he doesn't know nothing about boxing. I think that the trainer he had before, Joel Diaz, was the better trainer and knows exactly what's going on in the boxing ring because he's been there. He's fought for world titles and he's done all that stuff. For this guy, Teddy Atlas, I mean, what has he done? I mean, but except for, say, he worked with Tyson when he really did. It was Customato, so I don't know.
Do you think it's as Pacquiao obviously it's the third time fighting against Bradley? Is there like a lull or kind of like like a lack of inspiration when you fight the same fighter over and over and over again?
I think that they're inspired. Both guys should be inspired because this is the third fight, and I know both guys want to win. Pacquiao wants to come back and be on top, and Bradley wants to prove that he's the better fighter. And Pacquiao hasn't really been fighting as much. I think Bradley has a little bit more, if you will, more anxiousness about the fight. It's going to be a great fight. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in this fight. I mean, I like both guys. I like Bradley. Bradley doesn't have the punch power, but he has good, speed and energy and stuff like that, and durability. And Pacquiao has good power too, and speed, and so I mean, it should be a great fight.
Another big fight I'd like to get your take on in May, Canelo versus Khan. Obviously, you shared the ring with Canelo. Do you kind of see that, how a lot of people see it as just Khan being at a major disadvantage, kind of going up in weight like that? Yeah,
I definitely see it as Khan being at a major disadvantage. So, I mean, it's gonna be hard for Khan to get out of the 5th round, at least the 5th round.
That fight's was negotiated obviously at a catch weight for the middleweight title. You never really had to deal with that too much in your career. What's kind of your take on this era of catch weights?
I don't know. I mean, I think guys are afraid to, if you're going to be a middleweight, you're a middleweight. If you're a junior middleweight, then you're a junior middleweight. If you're a welterweight, you're a welterweight. Fight at whatever weight it is. I mean, I fought 54 lots of times, and I'm really a 47, a big 47 pounder. So, it is what it is.
And last question, big fight on the horizon if Canelo wins would be Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G. Break down that fight for me. How do you think that fight goes?
Oh man, that's a great fight. I mean, I just can't wait to see it. I think that Triple G is very strong, is in shape, and he's hungry to be. He's already like the pound for pound, but he wants to be on top. Canelo's also very fast and cagey, and he's a great fighter as well. This is a great fight. You know, it's anybody's fight. You know, can Canelo take Triple G's big shots? If he can take his big shots, does Triple G have problems now? Because Canelo's fast and he moves and he knows how to, you know, so it's going to be a great fight. You know?
You've been in the ring with Canelo. You felt his power. You obviously haven't been in the ring with Triple G, but
I've been in the ring with Triple G too. I sparred with him before as well, so I know Triple G has heavy hands. Canelo has fast, sharp hands. I would say they're heavy as. I think Triple G have more heavier hands than Canelo, but he's sharper than Triple G, and Triple G is very heavy-handed. So, very heavy-handed.
yeah. Do you see that fight ending in a knockout?
I don't know. I mean, it could. It could. I mean, anybody can knock any one of them. I mean, they both have good knockout power. So, I mean, this is a great fight. That would be a great fight right there.
Well, there you have it, folks. Sugar Shane Mosley, great boxing mind there, and he's been in the ring with both guys, so he knows what he's talking about. Thank you very much, sir. Really, really appreciate the time, as always. Thank you.